Hi, in today's lesson, we're going to go over multiplying polynomials. So, to multiply polynomials, we're simply extending the ideas of what we learned earlier, and it's really simple. So, let's say you were given an example such as 1. Okay, example 1, we have two polynomials, a binomial and a trinomial, and you are asked to multiply. In that case, the way to actually go about this is to simply distribute the first term. Okay. You're going to multiply each term in the first polynomial with each term in the other polynomial. Okay. So we're going to distribute the 3x and then we're going to distribute the negative 2. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that. So 3x times x squared is going to be 3x to the third power. 3x times negative 5x is going to give us negative 15x squared. And 3x and negative 5 is going to be negative 15x. Now we move on to this negative 2. Okay, so negative 2 times x squared is going to be negative 2x squared. Negative 2 times negative 5x is going to be positive 10x. And then negative 2 times negative 5 is going to give us positive 10. Okay, there's nothing new here. We're just extending the ideas of everything that we did before. Now we just have to combine like terms. Okay, so 3x is all by itself, so we can just cross it off. So we have negative 15x squared and negative 2x squared. We can combine those to get negative 17x squared. And then we have negative 15x and positive 10x. That's going to give us a negative 5x. And we have the plus 10 at the end. Okay. And that is going to be our answer. Great. Let's move on to the second example. Again, we're just doing the same thing. Okay. All we're doing is multiplying each term in the first polynomial with each term in the second polynomial. Okay. So we're going to distribute this v. Okay. So the problem is v plus 2u times the quantity of u cubed minus 2v cubed plus 3uv squared plus u squared v. Okay. So let's go ahead and distribute the first term, v. So we're going to get u 3v. V times negative 2v cubed is going to give us negative 2v to the fourth power. V times positive 3uv squared is going to be positive 3uv to the third power. And then lastly, v times u squared v is going to give us u squared and v squared. Okay. Now we're going to multiply this 2u and distribute it across the second polynomial. So let's go ahead and do that. 2u times u to the third power is going to give us 2u to the fourth power. And 2u times negative 2v cubed is going to be negative 4uv cubed. And then 2u times 3uv squared is going to be positive 6u squared v squared. And 2u times u squared v is going to be 2u cubed and v, just all by itself. Okay, so now that we've actually done the hard part, all we have to do is combine like terms. So let's see, there's a u cubed v and a 2u cubed v, so we can combine those. So that's going to give us 3u cubed and v. Let's see, there's a negative 2v raised to the fourth power. And I'm not seeing any other v raised to the fourth power. I'm going to skip that for a second. 3uv. Yeah. So I have a uv cubed here and a uv cubed here. So we can combine those to get, so this is a positive 3 and that's a negative 4. So that's going to give us negative uv cubed. So we can cross those off. And then I have like terms here and here. So we can add 1 and 6 to get 7. U squared, v squared. So we can cancel those, cross those off. And then we have 2 u to the fourth, and then negative 2v to the fourth. Now, this is, I believe, the correct answer. However, your teachers most likely want you to have your answers in decreasing order. So what you're going to do is pick a variable, either u or v, and rewrite this in decreasing order, meaning from biggest to smallest. Okay. So I'm going to pick u since u comes before v. And I'm going to reorder it from largest to smallest. So let's see. I have 2u to the fourth. And let's see, do we have positive 3u to the third times v. And then I have this 7u squared. And then the negative uv to the third. And then I have this negative 2v to the fourth power. So notice how the exponents of u are arranged in decreasing order. I have a 4 here, a 3, 2, 1, and 0. Okay? So this would be the proper way to rearrange your answer for your teacher. Okay? And that's it.